So, good evening again, everyone. So, tonight, our training focus more on co-broker agreements and alternative or co-brokering 101. So, why are we sharing this topic tonight? Again, allow me to give some introduction, no? In real estate, one wrong co-brokerage move can cost our commission or even our license. So how are we going to protect in this, and how are we going to maintain the trust belief among brokers? So tonight training goals are to understand the standard co-broker agreement among brokers and what are those alternative approach. Identify common problems in our practice. So pag-uusapan natin yung mga problema maya, no? Tsaka yung mga common solution. And then, learn best practices and legal safeguards. So, then, promote professionalism through our system, which we're gonna share it in the last part. So, a little intro definition muna tayo. So, co-brokerage basic definition, it's a joint transaction between two or more brokers sharing responsibilities and commission. So, the legal foundation is the PRB Risk Code of Ethics on a co-brokerage, the duty of the cooperator, the fairness, hatian ng commission, and the respective authority to sell, plus the standard co-broker agreement format. Kasi pinag-usapan ngayong gabi is all about our co-brokering, no? Sellers group and the buyers group. So, parties involved are the listing broker, buyer broker, and hindi natin mawala yung mga referral agents natin, no? So, pag-usapan natin yan mamaya. Then, the scope of authority ng seller side, tsaka yung buyer side, at ano din yung mga trabaho nila. Then, the commission. Is it 50-50 or is it really flexible? Maraming pinag-usapan dyan. May 3 ways, may iba-iba. Tsaka, protection clause, client registration, holdover, dispute solution, at marami pa. Okay, so isa-isa nating i-discuss yan, tsaka open discussion mamaya. So allow me to start this by sharing this memo. I always use this last week also. I think some of you have a copy already. If you don't have, you can ask it, maybe a clear copy on the PRB Res. No? It's a memo dated June 2019 that it is a mandatory compliance for authority or ATS or authority to negotiate for sales of a real estate property. So as a seller group, we need to have an ATS before we advertise or co-broker our listing. So, I'm sharing it also, this one, on our last week topic. Ito, format ng office namin, but we have other format na mas detailed, 3 pages, but these are just 1 page ATS. So, ano ito? This is just a guide for you that you can also do your own changes. Kasi karamihan natin in our to secured ATS, kasi on my office, meron kami tinatawag na researcher or scout or referral agents. So doon sa researcher namin, minsan kasi yung mga researcher natin or scout natin or referral agents natin, sigurista na rin sila, no? Nagpagod sila, naghanap sila, and they don't want it na parang maikutan sila na mawala sila along the way kasi pangalan lang daw ng licensed broker ang nandoon. Kasi on the last Tuesday, we discussed about how to get exclusive ATS or non-exclusive ATS. Then, paano ba na hindi mawala sa sharing, hindi mawala sa scenario yung mga non-licensed agent. So, tonight, ito, sample lang ito, which you can also modify. In our office, we do, this is to authorize broker Samuel Ulao and yung scout ko or yung referral agent ko. Si Kagawad, si police, or sino pa yung mga kaibigan natin, nandun pangalan nila, no? So, sa baba, signature natin, signature ng listing, ng property owner. This is just a simple. We also have 2 pages, 3 pages na maraming mga extra clause. Tsaka, I know you have your own also format, no? Then, pinag-usapan also natin last Tuesday, yung format na pag yung kliyente ayaw magbigay ng ATS, so anong mga approach ginagawa natin? So, marami. So I'll just share in the, maybe Faye, get it from our YouTube, share to our group chat the link of that YouTube about our last Tuesday topic. You can also check it in my YouTube, that Laszlo Samuel. Okay. Dito, syempre, pag-uusapan natin itong co-broker agreement form. Kasi, very important, ito yung topic natin tonight, no? What is this co-broker agreement form? Can we have a co-broker agreement form na wala pang ATS si seller party? Yan, kailangan, importante yan, no? Mag-create tayo ng co-broker agreement, wala palang ATS si seller party, no? Or kung meron siyang alternative, which we discussed it last Tuesday, we consider that one. Because what is important here, you have the rights to represent the property owner, the seller. But here, this is, you can Google this standard format form. Pag-usapan lang natin itong trabaho. Ano ba ang job responsibility or trabaho ng seller group tsaka ng buyer group? Kasi minsan, by the way, tonight I also invited some referral agents natin or mga licensed agents natin in this Zoom, kasi I want them to understand na hindi ganun kadali ang trabaho ng broker, no? Kasi minsan mga referral agents or salesperson natin or ESP, nagbigay lang sila, yung pinsan ko, property for sale. So, as simple as that lang binigay nila, that property of their pinsan is for sale, pero photocopy everything and we let tayo na representing the buyer, tayong nagtrabaho lahat, which is very unfair, no? So, ano lang yan, referral or finder's fee lang sana yan, no? Kaya minsan I love to work na yung listing side agent dapat may listing broker. Dapat siya nagtrabaho sa isang listing broker. So yun ang ano natin ngayon, focus talaga. Halimbawa, if I am a Cebu-based broker, meron akong buyer for Palawan property, I advertise in social media, then an agent approach me na scenario A, licensed agent. But sa scenario A, licensed agent, ayaw niyang ma-involve si broker niya. Which is, meron bang licensed agent or ESP based in Palawan, pero in this transaction brokerage, wala siyang broker. Ako lang daw ang broker. Sabi ko, I'm on the buyer side. I love to do work with you that you are represented by your broker based in Palawan to help do validation, verify the property, and perform proper due diligence. Okay? Scenario number 2. Si ahente from Bohol, nag-submit siya ng property resort. So, hindi talaga siya licensed agent. In the transaction of brokerage, okay lang naman kahit may isang broker. Di ba? Pero, in our practice, this is just my opinion ha, disclaimer. In our practice, it's better to be na i-refer ko yung ahente-ahente kay Broker Arnita who is based in Bohol para si Arnita become the listing broker of that property in Bohol. Para ma-validate, ma-verify properly, and makandak ang proper due diligence and to secure ETS. Kasi at the end of the day, bawat location, bawat region, bawat city, we are dealing with different people, different officers in the RD, in the BIR, in the DNR, and etc., government offices. And minsan, hindi ko in general, minsan, some of those people inside those government offices are the one also doing some illegal activity, which I have already some case study on that scenario. Okay? So it's better yung fellow broker natin based in that area na mas marami siyang kakilala network, he or she can properly perform proper due diligence. Okay? So balikan ko yung scenario na yan. Let's go back here in co-broker agreement. Nandito yung party A, party B, tsaka description of the property. And then the listing broker. So ano ba yung trabaho ng listing broker? Or listing group? et al. So they are the one who are to make sure to secure the ATS, to collect commission. And they're the one who need to authenticate, validate all the owners and the property documents to make sure that the property is legally feasible to market, to secure latest tax declaration and certified true copies, to secure location, vicinity, sketch plan, everything, to prepare local, everything, kumbaga, bago mo isala, bago mo i-share to MLS, make sure you check everything. Make sure you do your initial due diligence as a listing broker, as a seller broker. Make sure na this is legally feasible to market na. Pag maraming anak, it's make sure na yung nag-secured sa iyo, nagbigay sa iyo ng ATS is 100% certified, validated niya na nagsabi siya, I certified that all my siblings, my fellow siblings na ay nagbigay na sa akin ng ATS to represent in behalf on selling our property, our common property. If it is a corporation, dapat may mga 6 cert or board resolution na yan, no? So again, I encourage you to watch our last Tuesday topic. We will share that later. Now, in the absence of that, kasi minsan binibigay, not all broker, no? But I encountered few broker, not all broker are really in active practice. Maraming broker dyan na ang real estate license nila is only kind of a secondary. They have their own full-time accountant, full-time worker or entrepreneur, kaya not really in the practice, not like majority of us here. So, minsan, nagbigay lang sila and they want 50-50. I make sure nagbigay sila and they want 50-50. Pero, tayo buyer side, tayong pinatrabaho on the due diligence. And then, nagpagod na tayo, tsaka natin malaman, may problem pala among the siblings. May problem pala intercorp problem. May problem para sa boundary dispute. May tenant pala, may etc. etc. Or may ongoing case pala. So, again, we need to make sure on that. Now, let's go to the side of the buyer. If you're representing buyer side, it is your job to do, of course, stripping, viewing. Kumbaga, it is your job to market look for potential buyer magka-interest sa property. And to make sure to put into writing, to convince your client, to put into writing, to offer a written letter of intent to buy to the property of Maribet or to the property of Arceli. No? So, then, to help everything up to the transfer of title. Okay? From pag na-consummate na, to process to the BAN, to the transfer of title. Okay? But again, going back, it is always the job of the listing side to collect the commission. Kaya, listing side broker, very important that you have the control and all the necessary legal paperworks. Kasi na-experience na namin na supposed to be, example, for discussion purpose, 1 million yung commission, binigyan lang si seller group ng 200. 1 million yung commission, binigyan yung seller group ng 200 lang. And this seller group lumapit sa office ko for a help. Sabi ko, I cannot help you because gusto sana niya mag-file ng case sa property owner for not honoring what's in their authority to sell. Ito, we're talking a discussion of the group of ahente-ahente and group of a licensed agent without, again, licensed agent, but practicing moonlighting brokerage without the knowledge of their broker, which is very common. So what's the scenario here? Listing ahente-ahente, hindi binigyan ng buong 1 million, 200 lang. Si representing the buyer, si RESP, anong paghatian nila? The 200. The questions, A, lumapit sa office ko for a help kasi mag-file siya case sa barangay to collect commission. sabi ko, I cannot help. First thing first, I'm not your broker. I'm not part of that transaction. My name is not involved in the ATS. Kahit notaryado yung ATS mo, anong case ipapile mo ngayon sa barangay? That you are practicing real estate and you are not licensed? Baka ibaliktad sa'yo, ikaw pa ang papailan ng kaso ng property owner. Kasi nabanggit niya, kapitbahay niya ito, kaibigan niya. Kaso nung yung kapatid ng isang property owner, nung malaman na hindi siya licensed agent, hindi siya binigyan ng buong commission. Kasi ang pumirma yung isang panganay, yung isang younger brother, ang nag-insist na let's not give that ahente the full commission kasi hindi siya licensed. Finder's fee lang. Doon, ngayon, the scenario naman sa kabila, the licensed agent cannot also go kasi hindi naman kasama doon sa ATS. Pangalawa, hindi din alam ng broker niya ang transaction. And the broker's name is not even involved in that transaction. So, I'm just giving you a scenario na kung sinama lang sana nilang broker, maayos sana, no? But again, very important the proper documentation. Ngayon, I'm giving you here an example, but I know some of you may mas maganda pa kayong broker agreement, or you can use MOA or MOU or simple broker's agreement layout lang, no? But again, this is just a sample template. So here, pinalaki ko lang, no? To secure, etc. Again, binalik ko lang. So let's go here. Very important now. Alternative to the formal co-broker and agreement and ETS. So of course, let's discuss again part of what we discussed last Tuesday. Exclusive authority to sell. Mas maganda yung may exclusivity tayo kasi mas ganado tayong mag-apply ng time, effort, and money in marketing the property kasi exclusive natin, di ba? But how to secure the exclusive authority, mahirap kumuha ng exclusive. Yan ang topic natin last Tuesday. So let's watch the video YouTube para binigyan kayo namin ng tips paano kumuha ng mas madaling kumuha ng exclusive authority. Exclusive marketing agreement, minsan kung ayaw magbigay ng ETS, exclusive marketing agreement, parang lang. Kasi minsan, sabihin na lang natin, may mga property owner takot pumirma ng authority to sell. Kasi akala nila ibebenta na natin property nila without their knowledge. So, meron din dyan option to sell or option agreement. So, mga enterprising broker natin, minsan, buyer broker sila, they put an option money, so they lock up the price and they now the exclusive broker to market that property on their higher price kasi kumbaga they buy, hold and sell, nilock up the deal, no? So more info, more training for that, more discussion for that. Magandang negosyo yan. Next, it could be also a simple MOA or MOU, no? For the agreement between the property owner or the agreement between co-broker, seller side, buyer side. We can do MOA, MOU. Importante, anong mga important points na mailagay sa MOU, MOA natin, no? Letter of intent, digital confirmation. So, halimbawa, in the absence of all this hard copy, kasi our client I'm in Cebu, my client is based in Davao. I'm in Cebu, my client is based in abroad. So, how can we do it? So, we can do informal, kumbaga, affirmation of their authority to authorizing us to market, no? So, we can do digital confirmation. Or among brokers also, in lieu of our paperworks, we can also do digital confirmation through email. So, kung yung chat-chat lang natin, then I will summarize it. Sabihin ko ngayon, okay, Ma'am Lourdes, I am summarizing our discussion. Attached here as the screenshot of our communication or our text or our WeChat or our messenger chat, no? So, I'm summarizing everything. So, please kindly review, freely edit, and conform me. So, nandoon yung terms, condition na pinag-usapan natin as a seller side and a buyer side broker group. Okay, next dyan is common problems. Mas maganda ito ngayon. So what are those common problems in our industry? Okay. So real life issues faced by brokers when doing co-broker deals. Number one, too many persons involved. Naranasan na ba natin multiple brokers, scouts, ahente-ahente, complicating the chains? Result, diluted the commission, dispute, and delay. So, may mga encounter talaga na hindi natuloy kasi they are not happy on the sharing. I experienced to close sana almost 2-hectare property commercial in Cebu. But nagkataon, yung grupo sa kabila, nagkataon, Cebu naman to, malapit lang sa office ko, just a 15 minutes drive. Nagkataon, 8 silang lahat, ahente-ahente. All are non-licensed agents. So, mga enterprising, kumbaga. So, we gathered in my office to discuss how to work on that para, kumbaga, kinuha ko yung document tsaka yung ETS nila. So, out of their 8, tinanong ko anong role ng bawat isa hanggang naubusan. Yung isa taga-Xerox, yung isa siyang nagturo, yung isa pinsan sa may-ari, yung isa caretaker sa bahay, yung isa ang financer, yung isa driver, hanggang yung pinakamatanda, yun ang kumbaga may verbal pa naman, hindi pa talaga written. So, sabi ko, being the broker of this transaction, we need to have everything documented. Kaya ba nating magpapirma ng ATS from the owner before I make formal presentation to the developer to present this property? Kasi ako ang license on this transaction. So, pumayag na ako na 50-50, one group on my side, one group sa kanila, na divided 8 sa kanila. But alam nyo, what's so greedy to that transaction? Sabihin ba naman nila, Sam, we cannot do. It's so unfair to us. 8 kami, 8 kami mag-share sa 1/2. Ikaw, isa ka lang sa another half mo. Sabi ko, di ko na lang elaborate, no? Sinabi ko na lang, if you want a head count, when you enter my office, I have 4 people, staff organic sa baba. I have 3 drivers. Dito sa second floor, ilan yung nakaupo sa digital team ko? Total of 15 employees plus me, 16. Plus kayo 8, 24. Sige, hatiin natin 24 yung shares natin. Joke na lang yun, no? But again, hindi natuloy just because of that transaction. Next, unclear authority to sell. Broker marketing without ETS. Okay, the reason I am doing this advocacy of sharing to all our fellow brokers, kasi, again, not all brokers are privileged to have, kumbaga, aggressive practice in real estate. No? So, para maiwasan natin, kasi at the end of the day, we are the one doing collab. We are the one doing collaboration. So, kung yung isang ka-collab broker mo, it's not a full-time practicing broker, then hindi siya nag-a-attend ng ganitong mga sharing, learnings, experience. Pag ayaw mo din mag-share, you're so greedy with your talent, tendency, pag na-encounter mo yung broker na yon na hindi niya alam, babalik din sa'yo. Kasi kulang na kulang pala yung kasi iisipin natin, listing broker siya, okay na yon, malinis na yon. So, okay na tayo, focus na tayo dito. Yun pala, yung ETS niya kulang. Kumbaga, ang pumirma, yung panganay out of 7 siblings, ay walang conforme sa other siblings yung commission. Ayaw pala mag-honor sa 5%. Ang karamihan, majority na wanted 3% lang because of the value of the transaction. So, because you did not validate, because you did not teach also that fellow broker how to secure a proper, clear ATS, especially on the commission. Kaya minsan, humihingi talaga tayo if our fellow broker, listing broker, pag kayo buyer side kayo, it's normal that it is normal na hinihingi nyo ang kopya ng ATS ng listing broker. Because before you offer that to your buyer, let us say, may buyer si Ibon, developer, Mega World. Papayag ba si Mega World i-present yung property without ATS? Nowadays, yung mga developer, very strict, hindi nila sinama sa agenda yung any property offered without authority to sell. Ayan, si Queen of our Roland, natutunan ko din yan ni Kate. Kate, no? I attended one of her, big Roland transaction. Giving sample with a transaction with the SMDC and Santa Lucia. And honestly, even a small player dito sa Cebu na mga local developer, always attach in your offer the ATS. So if I am representing buyer side, and that property kukunin ko kay Aguro, Ronnie from Bacolod, i-offer ko sa King Properties dito, kailangan ko talaga, Ronnie, if it's okay with you, can I ask photocopy of your ATS? So from doon talaga, we need to work as a team. Again, as a collaborator, we need to work as a team. I-arrange na natin daan, ano kaya yung psychology, how to close, ano yung expectation ng seller group, ano yung expectation ng buyer side. Dalawang broker mag-usap. Tulong-tulong, how to close, paano natin titimplahin para mag-mix, madali natin mag-close yung negosyo. Kasi pag masyadong defensive yung isa or isa, para tayong, how can we collab kung meron tayong wall? Kumbaga, So, first thing first, relax, collab properly, open, transparent, wala yung parang may halong, ano ba yun? Hard to explain ha. Parang takot or suspect. Ay, nahirapan. Babalikan ko yung tamang word later on. Nalimutan ko. So, I experience kasi na masyadong defensive yung isang team. Sabi ko, how can we collaborate properly kung kayo parang kulang tiwala nyo sa akin? If you don't trust me, why should I trust you also? Okay? We believe we don't know each other, but I have a serious buyer. We can do MOA, we can do any document you like to register our buyer, and you registered. Kumbaga, you can, if halimbawa si Aaron is representing the seller side, broker Aaron can register broker Samuel Lau representing buyer King Property, example only, no? So, the developer's name and my name must be registered in the property owner. Para pag umikot, sabihin nila, baka ikutan mo, tama ba yung word? Baka umikot ka, dumiretso ka. So, at least man lang, you put yourself, because you know how your terms and condition with your seller, how you're going to registered, protect, di ba? Being on the, kasi, to collect the commission. Okay, halimbawa on my scenario, very common, it's not, I experienced it from a broker in Manila. Sam, I cannot tell you now who is our buyer, but our buyer is a big developer, big player in Manila, and he wants to buy property in Cebu. Okay, sabihin ko ngayon halimbawa kay Eileen, please help me. How can we protect our effort, our time, if we will submit to your buyer all the documents, information, sa super liit lang ng Cebu, sa super liit lang ng mga negosyante, baka magkakilala pa, at magtawagan diretso, how are we going to collect our commission if I cannot register the buyer? So, di ba, sample lang, no? So, nagkatotoo naman na there are scenario already that my client listing owner here, our property owner, tsaka yung buyer, buti yung another scenario ito ha, when I work with a broker from Manila, I registered the name. Sinabi ng client ko, Sam, I know this guy. Pinsan ko to, yung buyer mo. So, very simple. Ganun ka-simple, no? So, it's really true. But I'm giving you a scenario. Let us say, nag-refer si Cherry Amor sa akin ng buyer, then ayaw pa niya i-disclose. So, paano natin? Sabihin ko, okay, I will just register. Okay, property owner. Okay, Aaron, Samuel, property owner, I'm gonna register you, our client from Manila, represented by Cherry Amor Espirito. So, ganun lang kasimple. Pero, kung nagkataon, which nangyari yan sa isang transaction sa Cebu, developer, not a big developer, it's a commercial buyer, inutusan si Party A mag-scout ng commercial property. Latter part, another group, Party Z, ang nag-negotiate, nag-walk-in, na bibili siya ng property kasi hindi naman exclusive listing. And then, ang ginamit na company XYZ, ang pina-registered company ABC. So, talagang naikutan, no? So, may mga masamang intention din minsan nangyari ganyan. Okay, so, again, what's important here, when we do collaboration, we need to work as a team. You as a buyer side, you must know and do proper profiling, background check of your buyer. Me on myself, I need to personally know and the background check ano yung mga expectation for us to protect our commission, so that we can collect our commission. Okay, so we can discuss lang more about that. Commission dispute. So, minsan, not only standard 50-50, especially in our MLS, if you shared it in our MLS, messenger, online platform, different platform ng MLS, it's always standard practice. Broker to broker, it is 50-50. If I submit my listing in the MLS, I need to honor 50-50. What if that listing came from my group? Okay, that is 50-50. Kami na bahala sa 50 ko. Kayo na bahala sa 50 nyo. Minsan, nangyari yan few years ago when I'm still active on the national level. In our MLS, nagkataon, ang nagtanong, broker. On the first part, hindi pa siya nagsabi, broker siya. Okay? And then, nung latter part, nalaman natin, kasi iba yung magtanong pag may alam eh. Malalaman mo din na parang broker itong nagtatanong, parang ahente itong nagtatanong eh. So, broker siya, licensed broker siya, and then, may buyer siya from the property. So, ang nagkataon naman, that property ay advertised, which, di ba nag-advertise tayo Lamodi, mga ganyan-ganyan. Di ba, we're looking for buyer. Maganda nga, sulatan mo dun, for buyers only, di ba? Yung iba nagsulat yan. So, nagkataon, that listing came naman from another co-broker na sabi niya, Sam, help me market this one, no? With the authority naman to post it online. So, anong sharing pag ganyan? I become a broker of two broker. I become nasa gitna. So, minsan, common practice ng ibang broker, Sam, I'm one broker away. Okay ba sa'yo ito? I'll share to you this listing. 3-way tayo. Yung iba naman, so karamihan common practice 3-way, no? So, it is case-to-case basis. So, nangyari sa akin noon, the buyer came from Iloilo, the listing came from BGC, and I came from Cebu. Can I participate in the transaction or I'll just refer it to, hello, broker from BGC. Tagig, I have an inquiry of your property, kaso broker din. So sa totoo, it's not a 3-way anymore because my job is I just make a formal endorsement from the buyer broker to the listing broker. So we agreed only a minimal share for me. Okay? Which is worth it naman kasi sila yung nagpagod. Yung buyer side, meron pa siyang bibigyang grupo. Yung seller side, meron pa siyang bibigyang grupo din niya. Okay? Si Samuel naman, may bibigyan din akong mga grupo ko. So, joke only, but again, just to make deal happy. We have also transaction last year, buyer side from Manila, listing side from Cebu. Pina-advertise sa atin kasi may digital team tayo. Not all broker naman is more on doing digital. So, nagkataon na nagkasundo sila, win-win. So, they just gave me a finder's fee. Sabihin na lang natin, it's a finder's fee, but I'm happy with that, no? So, kasi, it took them also around 6 to 8 months to close the deal, or almost a year. So, nagpagod din sila. Almost half billion worth transaction nila. Okay? So, in the commission here, you need to properly agreed. Minsan nga lang nakakaano dyan, kung marami kayong mga ahente-ahente, katulad ng sinabi ko. So again, being the broker on the listing side or being the broker on the buyer side, please control your people. Let them attend a meeting like this so they know their limitation. They know that they can not do it alone without their licensed broker. Which is, last Tuesday, we give a lot of scenario na mga ahente-ahente failed to collect proper commission because walang licensed broker involved. Sinabi niya, I'm a licensed salesperson. Yeah, but why you did not involve your broker? There's no such thing a licensed salesperson without a licensed broker. But again, I have my ongoing transaction recently. It becomes sour because this ahente-ahente did not involve. And what a small world, nalaman ko na lang, hindi pala siya first nagpakilala broker. Yun pala ahente. Ngayon yung ahente, nalaman ko na lang yung broker niya is my former associate. So I call that associate na broker na ngayon na please be on board on this transaction. So that transaction na it's been working for 3 months, I think it will not materialize because sa kasalanan sa mga unprofessional practice ng ahenteng-ahente. Na hindi pa not even ahente nga kasi nag-apply pa sa RESP niya. Nakapag-CPD pa lang, okay? So, again, let's move forward na nadala ako sa mga sample. Another is lack of written agreement. Only verbal commitment. High risk in being cut out with the deal clauses. So, sabihin ko, hello, Sir Willie, ay magkaibigan tayo, magkainuman tayo, or magpinsan tayo, magkapitbahay tayo, no? So, maraming ganyang transaction. But in the long run, doon tuloy nagka-misunderstanding. Doon tuloy. So, very important, put into writing. Okay? Unethical practice, broker bypass co-broker, directly dealing with client owner. Or sometimes they do fake exclusivity. Okay, so may mga ganyang practice din. Or minsan I encounter a broker group. Ito ha, paano natin? Mamaya we discuss it over our open forum. Take note. And by the way, if you have questions, just type it in our group chat and babalikan natin sa chat box natin mamaya. Nagkataon on the seller group, nagka-agreed kami 5% commission sharing, 50-50. Pero hindi niya sinabi, nag-overprice pala sila. Okay, halimbawa, sample scenario. On the transaction Roland, sabihin na lang natin the Roland is 100 peso per square meter. Nag-overprice sila ng average 100 also. So alam mo na magkanong percentage. But where our transaction is around 60 to 70 hectares, we consolidate for power plant. We agreed 5% commission, doon kami mag-share. Kaso, on the process of due diligence, tsaka doing consolidation to make sure nag-MOU, nag-put down payment sana si lawyer on my buyer side, doon lumabas na this is not our agreement with the seller group. Kaya nga pumayag kami na may OP, ganon sila na, ganon. So, doon nag-ano. So, syempre yung team ko, kasama doon sa grupo ko, nalaman namin. So, medyo nagkagulo, no? So, dapat transparent. So, ano ba yung pwede kong i-share sa inyo pagdating, go back to the ATS on that? On your co-broker agreement, sabihin na lang natin, kung ano yung kikitain natin on this transaction, no? Whatever income generated from this transaction, which is, it could be commission, it could be OP, it will be shared 50-50, no? After deduct all expenses, it will be shared 50-50. Para pag talagang may tinagong overprice yung isang party, lusot pa rin tayo. Pwede tayong maghabol because in your co-broker agreement, nakasulat doon whatever, or basta kung anong terms gagamitin nyo, kung anong kikitain natin on this transaction with this property, less all expenses natin, 50-50 tayo. So kasama na yan, commission, incentives, or overprice. Okay. Mga solution. Aba, nabigay ko na yung ibang solution kanina, no? So, let's say, always secured written agreement. Even simple one-page co-broker agreement is better than a verbal. So, in our website, MLS website, mamaya I share to you, we also have a template where earlier I show already the template pala, no? You can also make it parang reference. Clear commission structure. So, define if it's 50-50, define if it's referral fee, or tiered model, 3 ways, or whatever, 40-20-40, or 45-10-45. So, be it, be happy, or even like me, it's a finder's fee lang, binigay, kumbaga, fixed figure, it could be happy. What's important, don't be a deal breaker if you're on the middle of, if you are on the middle of the buyer's side and the seller's side broker, kumbaga, nagpagod ka. It is through your advertising ads, nakita ng ibang broker na may buyer, pero hindi mo direct listing yun. So don't be too greedy na 3-way. Pero ang nagtrabaho, it's the buyer's side and the seller's side, more ang time and effort. So you can be more a little flexible as on the middle kasi you become a broker to collaborate the buyer and the seller. So put into writing before doing everything. So before viewing a negotiation, again, at least man lang may kasunduan kayo, no? It could be digital, whatever. So in our team, we have what we call view tripping. I think in the in-house, based on my experience before when I'm in an in-house with Robinsons, meron kami parang tripping form. In that tripping form, kumbaga, bago kami magdala ng buyer to showroom, pina-fill up namin siya, pangalan niya, tsaka oras, araw, then pumirma siya. Then ako peperma ko. So that franchise, kumbaga, that registered na dinala ko yung buyer, kasama yung broker, kasama yung ahente niya, I show them this property. And then, minsan, pag group P naman, di ba? Parang group picture nga tayo, okay? Or panakaw-nakaw na lang na pictures with the group na ongoing kayo or video. At least, you have evidence na you're the one showing with them. Transparency with parties. Declare if there are referral agents involved, agree on commission. So, again, as a broker, we are now a licensed broker. Either you like it or not, we are here not for a short term, but for a long term. So, what type of legacy you want to leave with your fellow brokers, with your fellow RESP? Makilala ka nga broker na ganito, one-time, big-time deal, or makilala ka na you help a lot of broker, and this fellow broker loves to, kahit kunti lang, but they love to do work with you because, kumbaga, win-win, fair, no? To deal with. So, marami pang repeat client. So, very important. Sometimes we need to sacrifice to make the deal close. So, professionalism, PRB risk compliant, must respect the exclusive authorities. Do not cut your co-broker. Protect relationship. Minsan, very important. You don't want to be, kumbaga sabihin na, I don't want to deal with something, nabla ko dyan. Okay, again, real estate, we all make money. But don't forget the best money. Kumbaga, nagpapayaman tayo, may pera sa real estate para ibigay natin, ipamana natin sa anak natin. But we forget, money, it's in and out, mauubos din yan. But if you ruin your name, the future, anak yan ni Sam Lau, I don't want to deal. Parang, diba, pangit, mapamana mo yung sira mong pangalan. Diba, may mga nag-resign dito ngayon, recently, nag-viral, nag-resign because ayaw niyang masira pangalan. Yung True Lies, baka magiging parang totoo na. So, hulaan nyo na lang sino yon. So, again, very important. Sometimes we need to sacrifice. No, meaning, okay, Next opportunity. No, next opportunity. Move on. Huwag mo nang ipilit sarili mo. So, disputes resolution clause. Include also in your agreement kung may mga hindi na pagkasunduan, how to settle, which is very common pag meron tayong organization. That's why very important na meron tayong active na sinamahang organization. Let's say if you're from PAREB, okay, you belong to SEREB, local chapter. So pag may misunderstanding, your senior partners, officers can call you to do mediation para to address yung problema, yung misunderstanding, yung commission sharing, whatsoever, or you're from whatever other organization, no? So, pag-usapan ang problema, okay? So, how our PHMLS can address this topic of co-brokering 101 natin? Number one, once you join our MLS platform, we provide you as broker a marketing and landing website. Okay, a marketing and landing website. So you have your own unique website. You have your own arcelirealty.com. You have your own caesarbrokerage.com, no? Then you can solicit direct listing from your FSBO, for sale by owner. In your marketing website, there's a platform also to attract and solicit direct listing. Then, it identify, ito, very important, it's identify in advance whether the inquiry is a buyer or a broker. So, in our system, it's screened in advance already yung nag-message sa'yo if he is a buyer or a broker. Next, it provides templates or guide for real estate forms. So, we have hundreds of real estate documents, format, reference na for brokers, practitioners, appraiser consultants, the mga contributory, that it's guide for us, no, for reference. But of course, we have AI now, everything. But of course, if you don't know how to ask proper question with AI, garbage in, garbage out, then. But if you have a digital form reference and you plug into AI to enhance it, to customize it in your own template and your own agreement, AI will do it for you. Then, after that, you plug it to Grammarly to do it in your own version, formal, business, or layman's term. Grammarly will do it for you. Then, collab with licensed broker nationwide. In our website, the good thing here, all our listing from brokerage, rental leasing, projects from developer, and foreclosed assets, these are all listing which is verified by our partners, our licensed broker, our developer, Watersum, and others. I'll show you sample. So this is the sample website that we're sharing. So each one partner will have your own unique website. Sorry, water break muna. So in this website, you will have multiple listing listed by fellow brokers and others. And then this is what I mentioned to you. If that inquiry will message, part of the questions is they need to answer if they are the one, sila na nagtatanong, are they a broker or a buyer? Pag they don't fill up that one, hindi ito mag-move forward. And then, dito you see also property owner. So, part of your homepage, meron din link na yung buyer, may sipat, nabasa niya, oh, meron pala akong mga property for sale. So, the buyer or property owner can also submit it to Maribet, no? Isa-submit ko kay Maribet ito para maibenta naman ni Maribet or ni Eileen, no? Yung property ko. So, when they click that one, there's an application form, property details, pangalan ng seller, tsaka they can download the initial scan copies of the document. So, if that website is owned by arnitaruiz.com, so Anita Ruiz will receive that communication. So, in our website also, nandyan lahat yung mga members natin. It's all validated. This is only for licensed real estate practitioners, only for brokers, appraisers, and consultants. How about our RESP? How about our agents? Okay, those RESP, those agents will work under the umbrella of the broker. Halimbawa, si Limwell, meron siyang 20 agents. And Limwell is so busy, pag inutusan ni Limwell yung isang, halimbawa na lang, may isang kliyente ako, broker din, nasa 70 na siya. And then sabi niya, Sam, hindi na ako masyado tiki. Pwede ba yung ahente ko na lang, utusan ko mag-manage on my account? Yes, walang problema. But on your account, it must be all your name. Si ahente lang, inutusan mo as admin mo to upload properties with your Go Signal. But in the perspective of our fellow brokers, pangalan mo pa rin lumabas sa website, license mo, everything. We're dealing to you, Mr. Broker, not to your agent. Okay, so ikaw lang nakakaalam na si BA mo, si secretary mo, si ahente mo ang nag-upload sa properties. Okay? So dadaan talaga ang communication contact to you as a broker. Bahala na kayo mag-agreement with your fellow agents. Okay. So, case sample tayo. Case 1, a buyer was registered by 2 different broker who will get the commission. Medyo na-experience namin to. The property owner is sabi niya, that buyer is registered already here. But the buyer is very known buyer in Cebu. And then majority of the broker know that this buyer is buying this kind of property. Sabi ng so how do you play in this scenario? Exclusive ba itong listing na ito? If that listing is not exclusive, marami kayong broker binigyan. What if si broker number 5 nakapagdala ng, kumbaga, who bring the bacon, nakapagdala ng signed letter of intent to buy. But that the same buyer ni-registered ni broker A, but si broker Charlie ang nakapagdala. Because everybody can registered. But again, if the buyer, or if the seller is, sabi niya, parang okay, I give you example. There's a developer here in Cebu. Ang protocol niya is this. Anybody you can walk in, you can bring in your para wala akong hirap-hirap kung sino makapagdala ng cheque with the reservation, with a sign by the buyer, siya yung i-consider ko broker for that transaction. Period. So, in this scenario, si property owner, ABCDED, 5 sila broker, binigyan ATS. Kaso yung broker A, niregistered niya, halimbawa, niregistered niya si Mr. Ong as a buyer. Ngayon, latter part, si Charlie naman, niregister niya Mr. Ong as a buyer. Pariho. Nalito ngayon si seller. Sino ba? What if sinabi ni seller ngayon, sino ang makapagbigay sa inyo ng written, magbayad, kung sinong kinonsider, kumbaga, sinong kinonsider ni buyer as broker of this transaction, doon ako may commitment. Because everybody, halimbawa, Big Roland, sasabihin na lang ng karamihan, isang transaction, Big Roland, niregistered ang mga Big Roland dito, niregistered na lahat. SMDC buyer. So when you look for a Big Roland dito, karamihan ng property owner, alam na nila, mga ahente dito pumunta na, kinuha yung document ko, SMDC daw buyer nila. Dalawa lang, SMDC Santa Lucia, SMDC Santa Lucia. Siguro nakatin yun sa mga training ni Skate, no? So, niregistered na automatic lahat. So, ang question, tanong ko, so you don't entertain already? What if that group cannot bring you the LOI? What if that group cannot? So, I also told, are they exclusive on that listing? Hindi. So, What if they are not? Na-meet mo na ba yung representative ng SMDC ng Santa Lucia? Wala. So how are we gonna deal? So again, that's a question mark. We will discuss that one, no? Later on. Referral agents show property. Then listing broker closes directly with the buyer. Again, referral agent shows the property. Then the listing broker closes directly with the buyer. So, kumbaga, inikutan niya yung referral agent niya. So, this is the scenario that I give you the example of our ATS. Okay, marami, halimbawa, why are you dealing with some scout, researcher, or referral agents, or ahente-ahente? Sa totoo lang, I'm looking for property in the, halimbawa, in the provinces, Alcantara, Pinamungahan, doon. Ay, wala masyado in Cebu na mga licensed broker naka-base doon and very knowledgeable kung ano yung mga property for sale doon. Because majority of the brokers are here in Cebu City, proper, in Metro Cebu. So minsan, you need to collaborate with these people na mas knowledgeable doon. So, which alam na natin who are those mga knowledgeable, no? So, but takot sila na ikutan ng broker. Kasi may mga experience na silang inikutan sila. Kaya sabi ko, in our ETS, I'm your broker. So, your name also in that ETS. So, we both registered in that ano. So, pag ako ang nakabenta niyan, may pananagutan ako sa you as my scout or as my researcher for that property. That's our internal arrangement to make sure na hindi ko siya maikutan. Okay? So, which you can also design your own way, but yan, sample ko lang. 3 brokers involved, but sellers only recognize 1 contract. So, how are we gonna do? 3 brokers involved, but sellers only recognize. So, again, as we said, kahit ilan tayo broker, kung sino yung bigyan ng ATS with that transaction, siya yung may responsibility on the property owner. Meron lang tayong side agreement, MOA, MOU, or co-broker agreement among 3 brokers. Katulad ng sinabi ko, in my scenario with the BGC property, in my scenario with the Mactan property, I'm on the middle. So we both agree. So it's not my first time to deal with maraming broker. Okay? Minsan Manila Group at 3 sila on their seller side, on their buyer side. Kami naman dito on the seller side, 2. So nagka-agreed kami, 50-50, kami na bahala dito. Kayong 3, kayo na bahala on your 50% din. So again, very important, mabenta natin. Kahit kunti, we can go to the next project ulit, no? Next benta. So before I go on, by the way, next Tuesday, our topic is, maganda ito, based on a dami kong mga may share sa inyong mga case, actual case, practices na scenario, tips on doing due diligence, protecting yourself and your clients before closing deals. So before you market or sell, are you 100% sure that property and documents are clean? One mistake can cost our time, effort, and reputation. So, in this session, next Tuesday, I'll share to you mga best practices how to spot red flags in property titles and documents, smart ways to verify ownership, liens, encumbrances, due diligence shortcut every broker agent must know, protecting your commission's credibility client. So, don't miss it Tuesday. Again, the reason I'm sharing this to you, and it's recorded, we share it also on the YouTube, kasi I myself experience practicing dealing with other co-broker natin sa industry, which is minsan-minsan may 1 transaction lang sila in a year, and they're representing the seller side, but ikaw tuloy na buyer side, ikaw nagtrabaho on the seller side na trabaho. Or minsan pag hiningi mo, must it delay the process because tuturuan mo pa kung ano yung mga dapat kukunin, etc., etc. In the process, nag-market ka na kasi akala mo okay na, doon when you do it, as on the second round of due diligence, kasi akala mo nag-due diligence na yung listing side, doon mo nakita may red flag. So sayang, nag-time effort ka na, nag-spend ka na ng time, effort, and money, no? So doon mo sana, on the stage pa lang, pag we share our knowledge to our fellow brokers and agents natin, turuan din natin. So what to submit, kung ba, ano yung mga basic Q&A, questionnaires, to question with the property owner. Kumbaga, guide questionnaires, no? Dapat at least alam nila. So, we will discuss that one. So, again, as a broker, very important is, we always practice, I borrow this from our Rotary time, the four-way test, the things we think, say, or do. Kung ano yung mga sasabihin natin, i-share natin among fellow brokers and agent, tanungin natin, is it the truth? Tama ba yung presyo binigay natin? Hindi ba tayo nag-overprice? Hindi ba tayo nagsinungaling? Is it fair to all concerned? Yung transaction natin, will it build better friendship and goodwill among us? Hindi yung parang one time, big time lang. Naalis na ako sa Canada, no? Siguro. Pero will be beneficial to everybody. Because we're here for long term. We're here for long term. I myself, I build this digital ecosystem because I'm building this kumbaga, it surpassed my lifetime na it become the platform for the future na it will connect real time all brokers. Just sa ngayon nga tayo, check lang ha, we have 146 practitioners attending this Zoom. The beauty with this, we are now sharing best practices so that we can easily connect with brokers from South Luzon, North Luzon, NCR region, Mindanao region, Visayas region. So, with our digital platform, we're here, all licensed practitioner, doing the collaboration, doing the business. Under us, we supervise our salesperson. Okay, so here, this is our website, no? So I'm giving you, once you have your website, you have your landed website. Your website, you can now, let us say, sample. I'm from Dipolog broker. Nabanggit ito ng kasama nating broker from Dipolog. You know what's the problem with us here? Wala masyadong activity kami dito. So, kaya marami kami. Before, we're 20 plus active broker in our Dipolog, Dapitan chapter. But now, wala meeting, wala masyado, ilan na lang, no? So, hindi active. But here, if you become part of our digital MLS, you subscribe like and sponsorship lang. What is 1,000 a month, no? By the way, this program, your website, you can now aggressively market Metro Manila property or Cebu property in Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn. And then once you have a client, validate, verify the buyer, and then endorse it, collab it with the listing broker. So imagine this is our map, 7,000 plus. So every broker here, let us say, sample tayo, si Ibon. Ibon wanted to franchise, papalakihin niya yung realty niya. Just like what I did before, I experienced it. I opened Davao, I opened Makati, I opened Baguio, I opened Dumaguete. It cost me a lot for my corporate expansion. When I do partnership with fellow brokers, also the office kami, it cost me a lot because of the overhead, rental, utilities, and other. Now, using the digital platform, we can expand. Using the MLS, we can expand in real time. With your 1,000 franchise cost, kumbaga registration mo, you have your own website. If we are 100 of us, in my website, I have the listing of 100 broker. In your website, Maribeth, you have the listing of all the broker. If you promote your website, Catherine, Realty, lahat ng listing namin nasa website mo. But if you share it to your client, ikaw lang ang listing broker, naka-hide pangalan namin. So if today, this 100 broker uploaded one listing, it's one of us, today, our website will have also a fresh additional 100 new listing. But the good thing with our listing here is brokerage, rental leasing, projects, because we have a program with developers. So we have an ecosystem for developers that the developers, we offer it free for them to put all their listing. Let us say, if you type SMDC, lalabas na lahat ng chop ng album projects ni SMDC nationwide. If you type Shang Properties, lalabas na. So you don't need to worry because it is now the developer who will be posting and updating our system. So in real time. So you're in Dipolog, but you are marketing all SMDC nationwide in your website. All Ayala Land, all Premier, all Mega World, and everything, no? So the beauty here, tayo 140 plus. So the moment we are on board, automatically we collaborate, we expand our business now. Earlier, as I said, we have from Laguna, we have from Dipolog, we have from Cavite, we have from Makati, Baguio, Cebu, Visayas, Mindanao. So with our MLS, Digital PHMLS connect us in real time, 24/7, giving us an internet platform footprints. So with your 1,000 a month, you're expanding in real time. Okay? So hindi natin ma-absorb yan, but dandahan, I'm inviting you to practice. Kumbaga, this is the sample. Pre-registered, it's free for 2 months. phmls.net pre-user sign up. No obligation first 2 months. If you think it's good for you, continue tayo. If you think not good for you, okay lang to discontinue. Nothing of kumbaga, no pressure. You try, you practice lang muna. Okay? And then tell us also how to improve. Because alam mo naman natin yung Yahoo before is not the Yahoo now. Yung Google before is not the Google now. Yung Grab before is not the Grab now. So this become like an Uber or Grab for the real estate. This become the digital platform. You don't need to have an office. You only need to have a good running vehicle, phone, and with data, and you can do business. Your inventory, your cloud, everything is in your MLS platform. As long, kumbaga, it's all fingertips, away easy for you to market with all social media, to share it also with all your clients. So just please try phmls.net pre-user sign up. Just type that one and fill up your name, your username, and then they will ask also your PRC number. Kasi as I said, we validate that with PRC system if you're a licensed broker before we sign up your account. And you will receive a confirmation through email. For more info, you can also ask. Okay, so I think that's end my then